Alright you lot, hope you're all well and dandy and absolutely spiffing. Let's have a little chat about flooded engines. Everyone seems to panic too much about flooded engines. It's a very stupid thing to panic about, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube that I've seen recently and also in the past where people try to make a video, and they do a good job to be fair, but they make people scared about flooding their engine. There's nothing to be scared about, particularly if you're new to Nitro. You know, you might come and watch this video, might have the title of how to begin in Nitro RC, or Nitro engines for beginners, or some crap like that. And the people, you know, typically go on about, you mustn't do this, you mustn't do that, you must be careful, otherwise you might flood your engine. Flooding your engine is honestly like the smallest deal in the world. It's not even a problem. It's so small and trivial, it's not even a problem. If you happen to flood your engine, all you have to do literally is get your little tool. There's different types. This is the one I prefer. You can get different ones. Usually when you buy your Nitro car, it'll come with a tool. Looks similar to this. Some of them are usually silver, and they go in there like that. Okay, and then you just have to undo your glow plug. You don't even have to undo it all the way. You can just undo it like that and then pull your engine over. Yeah, and it will squirt out the fuel around the edges, but that's a little bit messier. Well, to be honest, it's all messy, so it doesn't matter. But the proper way, well, I say the proper way again, there is no proper way. Where's it gone? There is no proper way, it's just however you want to do it. The only trouble is with this tool, it doesn't have a little grabber, but it's alright. So you take out your glow plug like that and you set it, put it aside, alright? Don't forget, you'll have a little copper washer in there. Don't lose your little copper washer, because when you put the glow plug back in, you'll find that you'll be losing compression around the edge of the glow plug because it probably won't seal. So there is a little copper washer in there. Now this, well, the way that I do it, because it's very simple and easy, take the glow plug out and then just pull the engine over a few times like that, keep going, and you'll see the fuel go spraying out and making a mess around here. But, you know, that's that flooded fuel gone out. How easy was that to get rid of that? Very easy. The other way you can do it, which is no reason I just don't do it, but you can turn the car upside down, but you've got to make sure you've got that washer out, because otherwise you might turn it upside down, the little copper washer falls out and goes on the ground somewhere, and you might not be able to find it, or whatever. So then you've lost your copper washer, and if you're out for the day and you ain't got a spare, you're fucked. So make sure you keep hold of that copper washer. It's in there, you can just about see it, it's still in this little hole. So yeah, all I do is just, all you've got to do is do that a few times. You see it spurting out. When you don't see any more fuel spurting out, you're unflooded. Very simple. While you've got the glow plug out, you might as well check to make sure that it's alright. And I've explained this in other videos before. All you've got to do is take the glow plug out and stick it in the end of your glow starter. Now this glow starter is probably flat, but we'll find out when we stick it in the end. No, it's not. There we go. We've got a nice good glow on it, so we know that this has worked. While you've got the plug out, it's always worth just checking it, just to make sure. Even if you know that it is working, just give it a check. Stick it back in the end. Make sure that it's square-ish. Make sure your copper washer's over the hole, or if you've taken the copper washer out, put it over the thread on the plug and it'll keep it in. Stick it back in there. Do it up. Don't do it too tight, but make sure it's tight. Lovely. Job done. It won't be flooded anymore. Honestly, it's not a big deal if you flooded your Nitro engine. I've had people send me messages saying, I've got this new Nitro car. I was priming it, I was trying to start it, and now I can't pull the pull start anymore. It's gone completely solid. I think I've flooded it. What shall I do? And they're panicking. Honestly, do not panic. Please don't panic, because panicking is no good, especially over something very, very small. If you see any videos or any people, or if you see someone face to face and they're panicking and they're going, you must not flood your engine, do not flood your engine, you must not flood your engine. It doesn't matter. Honestly, it just does not matter whether you flood your engine or not. The one thing that you must not do, because you could cause damage to your starting things, if it's flooded, and it's gone really hard to pull, yeah, and you keep on pulling it, and you pull it harder, and you pull it harder and harder and harder and harder and harder, and you keep pulling it harder and harder and harder, and you know you just can't pull it, all you'll end up doing is snapping the pull start. You'll probably snap the rope. You probably snap the string, to be honest with you. That's probably what you'll do, is snap the string. Don't do that. You know, if it goes stiff and you can't... if it becomes difficult to start your engine, if the, you know, it won't turn over, just don't. And if you've got a roto start, or if you've got an EZ start, or one of them easy start things with an electric motor here somewhere, if you've got a Traxxas, don't keep your finger on the button, because it'll burn that motor out. If you've got a roto start, you'll burn the roto start motor out, or you might even strip the little thing if you ain't got it in there properly, whatever. That's the only things that you can do damage with. Yeah, so once it's flooded, leave it alone, take the plug out and unflood it. Very, very simple. I know this was a short video, and I know it's a silly video. Well, it's not silly if you're a beginner and you don't know, but for some of you lot watching this that are relatively experienced, it might seem a silly video and you think, why did you bother making this? But, you know, I hope that the people who are looking on YouTube and they're wanting some information because they're panicking about flooding their engine will hopefully see this video before they see the other videos where the people, they inject panic into the newcomers about flooding engines. It doesn't matter. You can damage your glow plug, alright, I'll admit you can damage your glow plug if you flood your engine, because you can squirt it up, you know, there'd be too much around the coil and the plug. But even that's not the end of the world, you know. I've never changed a glow plug. Well, in fact, I've never had to buy a new glow plug in the whole 18 years I've been doing Nitro RC. I've got the same glow plugs in all my engines that they come with when they were brand new. I've never changed them. So glow plugs are pretty hardy. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I hope I've helped you. If anyone's got any questions regarding a Nitro engine, engines in particular, because I like engines, but anything regarding Nitro, please just ask me. Put a comment on this video or something, or send me a message on Instagram, or I don't think you can send private messages on YouTube anymore. I don't think you can. But I've got an email address which is attached to my YouTube if you go in the About section. Or just find me on Instagram, Haggard RC or English RC, and send me a message. Or even better, if you put a comment on this video, it's even better, because everyone can read the comments then, and then they can learn from that as well. But if it's a good question, I will make a video on it. And, you know, hopefully that'll help that way. So, flooded engines, don't panic, never panic, never panic. Anything to do with the whole car, don't panic about it. Because it's very small, very simple car. Alright? Nice one, you lot. Catch you later.